Good morning, beautiful people. How is everybody doing today? I'm here with Gizmo. We're doing great. Few little updates. Yesterday was radiation day 1 in the books. 1 down, 29 to go. I am doing 6 weeks of 5 days a week treatments. So it's 30 total treatments, and I have Labor Day off because they're closed. It's Monday through Friday, and then they're closed on the weekends. So supposedly, whatever they say, the effects are cumulative, and I should be expecting to feel not great by like week 3. So, so far so good. I have to wear a mask, and you can see my other video about my claustrophobia. I wasn't claustrophobic, about the experience of making the mask. But the mask, when you wear it, I'll describe it. It's kind of hard to visualize. So you lay down, the treatment takes place, you lay flat on a table. It would be like if anybody's ever had a CT scan or any type of medical procedure where you're like basically laying flat on your back, and they have like a little custom fitted to me neck cradle. And then the mask goes over my face and it clips my head to the table. So the mask basically clips to the table with my face trapped under it. And it's quite tight. Afterwards, I had like waffle mask impressions all over my face. The mask, it's like a beekeeper or a fencer. So it's like, anyway, but it's very tight. Like it's, and you're just kind of like, you're stuck there. So, you're wearing I have like a custom mouth guard that I'm also wearing. So that's the update on radiation. But today's video, I wanted to share a couple like weird things that I'm doing for my autoimmune conditions. And so the first thing is in my video about I accidentally fasted for 3 days. I decided, you know what? What's the downside? I'm gonna do an extended fast once a year, and I'll figure it out. I figure I did it in June, so I have all the way until next June to figure out the details. But I'm thinking like probably on a weekend. I don't want to like be at work, like do a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and I'm like going to work. But I'll figure it out. But I'm like, you know what? I'm doing it. And autoimmune conditions, I think, are very poorly understood, and doctors can't really tell you. There seems to be a lot of like trial and error. So anyway, I figure it can't hurt. Another thing I'm doing, everybody tells ya, and it's easier said than done to actually do it, is going back to my daily meditation practice. And I had been pretty good and regular and steady I did TM, I took the class, and then I was doing it. That thing, it's the mantra meditation. They give you your like customized to you mantra. That meditation is 20 minutes twice a day. So it's a bit of a time commitment, and what kind of threw me is 3 mornings a week I'm up and out super early. I go work out, and it's a timed like session at 6 a.m. So on my Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and I like my 6 a.m. slot, like I don't want to lose that slot. That's like actually a highly coveted slot, So on those days, I wake up at like 4:55. I wake up just before 5 because I have to do some things before I leave. So anyway, it's a lot. The first 20-minute session is supposed to happen like, first thing right before, you get your day started. And then the second session is supposed to happen kind of early afternoon, like a 1 or a 2 p.m. So I was on a nice little thing where I was doing it first thing in the morning. I was actually waking, including on my Tuesday, Thursday, Friday gym days, I was waking insanely early and doing that 20 minutes. And then at my lunch at work at 1, I was doing it and it was perfect. It was like a nice little, I could eat and stuff and then do that. So I fell out of the habit and I'm getting back to the habit. And I also, I may explore like some guided meditations because I feel like those, I like it. That's not something I ever had really like had an interest in before, but I don't know. And I discovered there's a cancer resource center in my town. It's called Michelle's Place. They're wonderful. It's a nonprofit. I had actually volunteered there before as a volunteer, and now I'm there as a consumer. They have a guided meditation by Zoom that I have done, and a funny thing happened. I'll tell you guys. One of the sessions. So it's obviously it's meditation. You know, your eyes are closed, everything is quiet. So it's meditation. It takes about half an hour, and it is by Zoom. So we all log in, and actually everybody reveals themselves by video, which I don't always love, but you know, I got with the program and did it. And it's led by an instructor, this wonderful, wonderful woman. And she, you know, everybody starts out, we set our intention for the meditation, and then she uses those intentions, she kind of like weaves it in. So it's like, you know, I want to be grounded, I want to quiet my head, you know, whatever. So we are all there and just hi, and then we share our intentions, and then we're going to begin. And she says, oh, I'm going to record the session for, you know, Susie, some lady that, you know, she's always here. She couldn't be here this week. I'm going to record the session. So she starts the recording. Starting the recording made it so that we could not hear her. So we could hear each other because people are like, we can't hear you. And we could chat. But the second she was like, she went into like, she's doing, and she's talking, you could see, she's like, you know, visualize you're a tree, you're growing roots. I don't know what she was saying, but that woman, she kept her eyes shut. We're going, you know, we can't hear you. And then to each other, we're like, I can't hear, can you hear? And then I did on Zoom, you can do like raise hand, which is like a little fake, like a little animated hand goes up. Nope. And then someone's like, I'm texting her, but her phone is off. So I will say she's a true meditator. She tuned out all distractions, but it was pretty funny. So then I was like, oh no, it's going to be so awkward. At the end, she's going to, you know, hey, how did everybody get their intentions met? Whatever. And we're going to be like, we didn't hear you. So people were logging off. And I was like, oh no, it's going to just be me. And it's going to be so awkward. And then I had an appointment that was going to call me anyway. So it was like saved by the bell. My appointment called me. So I too logged off. Anyway, it was kind of funny, but meditation. So yeah, meditation's one of those, it's always on everybody's list. It's like lower your stress, meditation, be mindful, be in the moment. So, okay, and I will just say right now, Gizmo's he's like grumbling. It's the first day of school for our district, and one of Gizmo's big triggers that he always barks at is children on scooters and bikes going to school. So, but here's the last kind of weird thing that I'll share that I'm doing for autoimmunity. And this is kind of cool. I just like was not reintroduced, but like it came into my mind again the other day. Like, you know what, I'm going to do it. Grounding or earthing. So I don't know if you guys have heard of this, but this is in the category of it may help autoimmunity. Like actually there's some studies and it helped, but it's one of those where if it doesn't, who cares? Like there's no downside. It's not, you know, ingesting a supplement into your body. It's just doing this practice. So grounding, long story short, is the theory that the earth has electromagnetic forces, which I think it does. And I mean, that this like checks out. And that when you're barefoot, you're connecting and you're kind of like getting the electric charge in your body through your feet all day long. And that in today's modern world, you know, we wear shoes all the time. We're rarely ever touching our feet to the ground. We're not getting that. So it's and apparent, you know, aficionados, I'm sure there's like a Reddit where they're talking about it. They have specific type of surfaces that work for it. So like I know grass is good, sand, like walking on the beach. And if you think about it, I mean, it's the beach, but like after a day of walking on the beach, like you do feel like, but water, like rocks, like river rocks. I mean, I wish I could like, I don't know, walk on river rocks for an hour a day, but who doesn't? But yeah, grass, sand, but also sidewalk. So everybody, they seem to agree, like sidewalk is good. So here's what I'm gonna do, because I live in, you know, it's kind of suburban, whatever. I decided, and you're supposed to get 20 minutes a day. So I decided, you know what? When I'm out walking Gizmo, when I'm walking him just on areas with nice sidewalk, like the white kind of sidewalk, I'm gonna take my shoes off and I'll just walk. And it's also like, I love things that are like 2 for 1, you know, it's a mascara and an eyeliner. Like I love double duty. It's a good way to tell if the pavement's too hot, because guess what? Some of our walk, I felt like the worst dog owner. Some of our walk, I was like, oh my God, we got to get off of this area. So I wouldn't have noticed that. So anyhow, I'm trying some earthing. And then when we got to the park, there's grass. I was walking on the grass. I'm curious, leave a comment if you've heard of it or done it. Some people buy mats and they stand on a mat like to where I'm not going to do that. You know, I'm not, whatever. That to me is where there is a downside, because people are then now spending their hard-earned money on, you know, an earthing mat. And apparently there's sheets for your bed. I'm going to take off my shoes when I walk. And I remember my Grandma Pearl, always was barefoot constantly. So, hey, you know what? A lot of wellness is looking back to the way life used to be. I mean, not that things were good back then. There were lots of ills around also, but some things were good. So I think maybe earthing, getting grounded is not a bad thing. So anyway, that's my weird things I'm doing. And anyway, I'm off to radiation session 2. Hopefully it goes well. They told me I might lose some of my hair, but I'm gonna lose like 1/4 of my hair over here, like, because where they're radiating is like boop, boop, this quadrant. So anywhere that there's hair here. So my male doctor said, oh, well, you could just like that, like a comb over almost. We'll see. I'm here for the ride. All right. I love you all, beautiful people. Hope you're having a wonderful day.